We live in a society of entitlement and individualism and human rights. We think, how does this benefit me? What are my human rights? What do I deserve? How should I be treated? We want credit, we want approval and recognition, and therefore we want to have our human rights upheld. This means that when we give, we expect something to be given in return. Maybe it's the warm fuzzy feeling from doing something good. Maybe it's a hug or a smile or an excited squeal or repayment. And our giving can actually become quite selfish. It becomes all about us and not about who we're giving to. Paul recognises this in his letter to the Corinthians, where he says, "I have the right to do anything, you say, but not everything is beneficial. I have the right to do anything, but not everything is constructive. No one should seek their own good, but the good of others." Let's take a look at how Jesus did this. 1 John 3:16 says, "This is how we know what love is. Jesus Christ laid down his life for us, and we ought to lay down our lives for our brothers and sisters." When God gave, when Jesus died for us, he did it with no guarantee of reward or certainty that we would reciprocate his love. He gave whilst we were still in active rebellion of his love. He gave without expecting anything in return. In a book called The Shack by Paul Young, it says, "Jesus didn't hold on to any of his rights. He willingly became a servant and lives out of his relationship with God. He gave up everything that by his dependent life he opened up a door that would allow you to live free enough to give up your rights." So why should we give without expectation of anything in return? In order to be like Jesus, in order to give because we have been given to, in order to bless because we have been blessed. And I think there are two steps in giving without expecting anything in return. The first step is to examine why you are giving. Are you giving to bless in order to be like Jesus? Or are you giving because you want to expect that something in return? And what happens if they don't notice? What happens if they don't say thanks, or if they don't give something back? And the second step is, how are you giving? We need to be giving with humility. It's not all about you. C.S. Lewis says, humility is not about thinking less of yourself, but thinking of yourself less, and therefore thinking of others more. We should also be giving in various ways. We can forgive, donate, listen, give time, give praise, give thanks, give love. And we can also give prayerfully, because often when we give, we are answering others' prayers and we don't even realise it. And we can give anonymously, but Joe will be talking about this in the next vlog, so you can keep an eye out for that. Remember that God has seen it. He knows your actions, even if nobody else does. Luke 6:35 says, "But love your enemies, do good to them, and lend to them without expecting to get anything back. Then your reward will be great, and you will be children of the Most High, because He is kind to the ungrateful and the wicked." So when we give, we expect nothing in return, because we're blessing others because we've been blessed.